It's the end of week 6 of the lockdown. I'm keeping it together and handling it well. I'm still locked in the panic room and I haven't managed to budge the door. And I have tried. I've kicked it, I've shoulder charged it. I've tried using one of the baked bean tin lids to prise the hinge up. I've even used, well, some stuff from the overflowing toilet. Try and lubricate the lock, the hinge, anything. I now see how pointless that was. How much more seriously horrible working on the door has become. Talking of my portable overflowing toilet and 6 weeks worth of eating a lot of beans. I mean, an awful lot of beans. I've had to make some panic room improvements. I managed to create a small hole in the floor. And I've disposed of quite a lot of really overflow from the overflowing toilet. It's not a big hole, so it's taken me quite a while to relentlessly feed this stuff down the hole. Now, I have no idea where it's going, but it is making a difference. Don't get me wrong, the smell is still pretty awful, and the methane still makes me go woozy. I tried to make a similar hole in the ceiling, try and release some of the methane. Trouble is, that is where the methane is sitting. So all that happened was I got woozy and fell after 4 or 5 times. You get very sore. So I now have some bruising to add to my woes. Made even worse, by the way, because of all the tin cans lying on the floor. Tin cans do not cushion a fall. So I've had a wee clean up. And I found that the door, pretty much covered in toilet overflow, was sticky enough for me to attach most of the tins from the floor. It's pretty artistic, if I'm honest. Colourful between the rather sticky brown canvas and the bright red of the baked bean tins, broken up with the aesthetic white milk cartons, which are pretty smelly too, by the way. Anyway, my friend is talking to me again. It took some coaxing and an absolute promise that their hat was safe from, well, being used as an alternative to toilet paper. We still have challenging chats about using their shirt for, well, that purpose. But it's good to chat again. To be honest, I thought I would go a bit insane with no one to talk to. I'm feeling better now. Handling things so much better. Oh, I also found an alternative to toilet paper. I was so pleased, so very, very pleased. I did a dance across the tiny panic room. However, as I stood up and danced, the methane took hold again. I got woozy and pirouetted and bang, hard against the door. That was before the door became a work of art, so it was extremely unpleasant. I didn't realise that until I came to, of course. It was quite by accident that I discovered the magic alternative to the hugely missed toilet roll. I was having one of those challenging chats with my friend here when I ended up banging my head against the wall. For some reason I had a really bad headache. So I lashed out. I lost my balance and I grabbed, well, anything. I scraped the wall and ended up pulling a piece of wallpaper off. Eureka! I discovered a magical alternative. Goodness, it felt amazing using it for the first time. It was a special moment. Now, before you all go ripping wallpaper off your walls, I should stress that it should only be used in a real emergency. It does tend to have its own stickiness, and this can cause a problem. If you use the pattern side, for example, and to wipe, then the sticky side tends to stick to your fingers, and that creates some real challenges when you want to get rid of it. If you use the sticky side, particularly with what it is sticking to, well, it's a bit more difficult to actually remove at the end of the day. So I'm handling things in more ways than one. I am keeping it together. Honest, I am. I'm so desperate to get out of here. Ironically, I did remember my mask. Yes. Yes, how stupid. I forgot the key and I remembered my mask. I call it Ara. Ara has been keeping me company too. Sometimes joining in with a chat with my friend. But if I ever get out of here, I will be keeping Ara with me everywhere I go. I will not go anywhere without my mascara on. Goodness, I still have the plastic box. The one that I had the food stored in when I first came in, ended up filling it with something else when the portable toilet was full. I haven't emptied it, to be honest. It's still full and the lid is firmly closed and the box is amazingly still warm. I've had to pile anything I can, and it's heavy, on the lid though. I noticed it start to, well, breathe. I realised that the box was full and had its own methane build-up. I'm terrified to open it now as the pressure build-up is getting enormous. I've pretty much run out of anything heavy now, and the portable toilet, still overflowing, is now sitting on top of the pile. When the pressure grows just a bit more, there is a real danger that the box will explode, blowing the portable toilet and its contents straight up in the air, followed by the quite considerable contents of the plastic box. The entire panic room will be pebble dashed brown, and then pebble dashed brown again, and anything in it. I'm now panicking inside the panic room. I can't sleep as the plastic box is making noises too. Oh God, I know I'm not a celebrity, but please, please get me out of here. I'm not sure that I'm handling it quite so well now.